Hello everybody, Gamer Penny here, bringing you another episode of our Final Fantasy XIV online Let's Play. And we are back with the new and improved Maze. I'm recording this before I see your guys' response to her outfit, so we're still in the outfit. I'm hoping you like it, but I know it's much different than the modest Maze we're used to. So let me know what you guys think. I do have another one, like I said, that could potentially be used, but I don't think it's as good as this one. I saw this one and was like, that looks so awesome and cool. And when we get the horns, it will be amazing with the hooves and everything. It's going to be great. But okay, let's go ahead and continue on the main story. Last episode, we started off Stormblood by catching up on our class quests. So now it is time to talk to Raban and continue with the main story, the new story for Stormblood. Greetings, Scions. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, I welcome you to Castrum Oriens. Thank you, General. We were relieved to hear that your forces secured the wall without incident. Have the Imperials made any attempt to retake the Castrum since then? None, save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and their patrols. We've had barely any contact with them, but we all know it's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Baelsar's wall weren't enough, Ilberd summoned a primal right on their doorstep, and Garlemald does not like to let such shows of defiance go unanswered. 'Twas a declaration of war, even if it was not Ilberd's to make, and now we are bound by it, for weal or for woe. The Scions stand ready to serve, General. What would you ask of us? As stated in my message, the Alliance will not proceed without the support and cooperation of the Alamegan people. We would have you serve as our emissaries and make contact with the Resistance. Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. Then I'll leave it to you. Godspeed. Hey, Sid. Ha! Of all the Castra in all the world, you walk into mine. Master Garlond, what brings you here? A certain missing Allagan weapon and draconic primal. Omega and Shinryu, I think the shinobi called it. Anyway, we've been studying their trail of destruction, hoping it might lead us somewhere, which it has singularly failed to do. Then 'tis like Omega fell to Earth in occupied territory, meaning it may already be in Imperial hands. Even so, it bears repeating that we engaged the stasis systems. Assuming the command was received and executed successfully, the weapon will be of no use to them. Assuming we should hurry up and find it regardless. Okay, bye. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. If we want to press on into Girabania, we'll need their blessing. Everyone's counting on us. Let's not waste any more time talking. Alright. Alrighty. Hey, Lise. As you've probably heard, there are plenty of factions in the Resistance, so I'm taking us to see the one with the most influence. Their headquarters are located in a place called Rhalgr's Reach, an old temple to the east of here, across the Vilodina River. I learned a route that should allow us to avoid Imperial patrols. Stick with me, and we'll be there before you know it. Will do. Alright, let's get another little minion out. Who do we got? Oh, our airship. Our wind-up airship. Alright, let's get this chocobo keep. I still never use these, but I know the minute that I stop gathering them, I'm gonna be like, man, I wish I had a chocobo. A chocobo keep thing. Alright, so here we are. East End. Let's take a look at the map. We're just going straight forward. That big old ant guy there. Oh, which we have pulled. Suppose I could go back out a little bit. Yeah, we could do for a couple of gear upgrades, I think. There we go. Because we're level 63, but we're still in kind of low-end 60 gear. Oh, please. Who now? Gazelle Hawk? Get out of here. I'm just trying to run by. Who's helping me? A dancer. Thank you. Alright, Lise. Still with me? Good. From here, we'll head northeast towards the river. The water's not too deep, so we won't have to swim. Good, I don't want to get my hooves wet. Another Leshy is in the way. All the way up there, huh? Not swimming, but I'm running through all these guys. And we do also need to be on the lookout for, guess what? Aether currents. We've got to unlock flying in these zones. In fact, let's see if there's one around here. Southeast, that's to where we're headed. Well, kinda. Is it like over here? To the south. I know Lise said that we didn't have to go swimming, but there's an aether current somewhere around this waterfall. Uh-huh. Alright, let's try to... Can I try to get that real quick? Because the more we get up front, the better... I know, you're chasing me. The better we're gonna be later on. Some of the zones in Stormblood are just awful without, with flying. So... Oh, well, great. Did I want to be down here? Yes, I did. So, I did want to be down here. That was calculated and planned. Attuned. Alright, now let's go find Lise. You think I could go across that way? Oh no, she's not even... We're way out the way. Another one close by? The west. Nah. Alright, let's get back out of this area. Alright. Hey, Lise. I don't see any soldiers. Good. Let's cross. You're wondering about the tower to the south. You can barely see it, but it's right in the middle. It's part of Castellum Valentina. That's what the Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. I call it a great big eyesore. Honestly, you can see that rotten banner from absolutely miles away. Ugh, they never miss a chance to rub our noses in it, do they? Come on, we should keep moving. Right, let's cross the river. Little crocodiles and vultures around here. Let's hop on a mount. Ah, fat chocobo, my favorite. Is there an aether around here? To the east. Straight ahead, basically. Like up there, you think, maybe? I think maybe we should climb this in preparation of it being up there, and then if not, we can make our way down. I would imagine ones. Yeah! I know their tricks. We'll get this one. Alright, oh gosh. Hey! Is there another one close by while we're at it? Northwest. No, that's behind us. Okay. Keep going. No. The wreckage of a battle here. There's our group. We're just coming in on our little rocket motorcycle. Alright, Lise. We're here. On the other side of this pass is Rhalgr's Reach. So you say, but all I see are rocks. I presume there is some sort of trick to this? Indeed, a glamour. Good eye, Y'shtola. I take it they have a talented mage in their ranks, or mayhap an artificer trained in the modification of glamour prisms? Something like that. The important thing is that it fools the Garleans. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Tataru told you, but my friend Nago, the messenger who came to the Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. So they know us, and they shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they can be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way, and, don't go reaching for your weapons or anything. And with a sprinkle of demasking dust, all is laid bare. Alright. Let's go into Rhalgr's Reach.
I remember the old stories. How the breaker of worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow. Rhalgr's Reach, a holy place and a fitting home for the resistance, for the brave and the true, the loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo. They were waiting for us there, men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost, for what could be ours again.
Conrad. You'll forgive us our precautions, but we couldn't be sure who had crossed the barrier. We see you now for who you are, though, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Alright. Now, I know you would not have come all this way unless you had something important to discuss, and I'm eager to hear what it is you have to say. But let's not do this on our doorstep, eh? Come with me. Alright. Anything in here? No. Okay. Summoning Bell. This is like a city in and of itself, by the way, too. They've got everything you could possibly need. Summoning Bell. I don't know if there's an inn here. Can I attune to these yet? Or is this a quest? I can attune. Great. Okay. Oh, this is a new mob type. Aren't they cool? Snake Lady. I think she looks awesome. And part of the reason that I didn't want to be a Viera anymore, the Bun Bun, is you can't always wear hats with them. And the hat that Snake Lady has on is actually one that we could get. So we can actually make a lot of cool different costumes or outfits based on different hats that we can wear. So that's why. I wish they would do a little bit more where you could put on different hats with the Viera ears, but I understand. Alright, let's attune to this. Okay. Hey, there's another one somewhere, because it didn't give us the... Go ahead, let's get this Chocobo Keep. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a Chocobo Porter? No. I don't know why I read that one. I forgot what I was doing for a second. Alright. Ah, there's one up here. I'm not sure if there's one back over there. There might be. Let's grab this one, and then we'll go up to the tent there where they're waiting for us. And look at that big... Where is it? Yeah. The big statue of Rhalgr. We can't even see it. He's so big. I think that's his feet there. Isn't it right there? Yeah, that's his hand and everything. Oh, okay. So now we can move quickly between the two sides of the town, I suppose. Hi, Conrad.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Rhalgr's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
Sounds a little bit like Sean Bean.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalymo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Aw.
Ah, don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Papalymo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monargo told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rhalgr it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
Good man.
That is why we are here today, sir, to see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that. So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
Well, it already sounds like he doesn't want to. I mean, he said it with such bitterness. Okay. Hail, if you know. Nothing we can wear. Like, look at some of these cool... That just looks sick. What the heck? and oh, not zoomed in on her boobs, but look how cool that looks. Maybe not that one so much, but like we can get such cool transmogs now without the bunny ears, so or glamours. I keep calling them transmogs, but you know what I mean. So it would seem we find ourselves with a surfeit of free time. Ah, forgive me. You are free to look around Rhalgr's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Kemp. I believe we will do just that. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance's capabilities. Free to poke our noses wheresoever we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Well, I already know this place inside out. I can show you around if you like, Vesper. Sure. Great, let's get started. Alright, let's find Elise. I'll bet you think the Resistance is mostly made up of Alamegan Highlanders like me. The truth is, we don't even account for half. We've got Hellsguard from all the way over on by the spine in here, and plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Nago. There's even some Beastmen, well, Beastwomen I suppose, like that one over there. She's an Anada. They've been with us for a while. That's her, the one we were looking at earlier. Well, one of the smaller factions has. The rest won't have anything to do with us. We're no different from the Garleans to them. They keep to themselves, spending all their time crafting. Anada make the most amazing jewelry, by the way. They use magics to twist metals and crystal into shapes you wouldn't believe. It's a pity people hardly ever get to see their work, but then most don't even know they exist. That's enough about them anyway. Let's take a closer look at the statue of Rhalgr, shall we? Yeah, I want to see that statue. Big up there. Don't want to go into the water, though. We need a new staff, desperately. Alright, Elise. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? Wow. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The Breaker of Worlds, who guided our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Ida used to tell me the story on stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. At the end of the 5th Astral Era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across Eorzea beseeched the heavens for a sign. And lo, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky, and led the way to these mountains of Giribania. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honor and revere him, to devote themselves to great works without and within. A storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open, heavens weep, for no one soul doth lie beyond. the measure of his reach. That last part was inscribed on the stone by a monk of the Fist of Rhalgr. Ida explained it to me. A day will come bringing strife and sorrow that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that has led us to this point, will see us through in the end. Sorry, that was all a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. I feel like, Ida, how we knew her in the first 2 expansions, well, she wasn't hardly in Heavensward, but at least the first expansion, I do feel like her character has just changed so much since then, and I'm not sure that it was a gradual change. Like, from how she was in the beginning to how she is right now, before even, like, her character progression through here, I'm not sure. It just feels like 100% a different character altogether. That's the only, like, I guess, criticism I would have of this story, I suppose. This is the infirmary, as you can probably tell. Here's where the resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how carefully we planned our operations, casualties were inevitable. It's a sad thing to think about, but it's also important to remember the cost, as Conrad would say. We should go. I'll show you the Aetheryte Plaza next. Alright. Let me just hop on my flying machine to go over there. Bum, bum, bum. Now we've got the Aether to come out here whenever we want. When you've seen one Aetheryte, you've seen them all, right? Not quite. This one's an older design, dating back decades. I do see it's different. To when the first Fist of Rhalgr was still here. It may look a little different, but it works just as well as any other. I'll show you where the Sutlers are next, but don't forget to attune to the Aetheryte before we go. Thanks for telling me. I've already done it, though. Alright, Lise, here we are. Arms, armor, potions. You need it, these folks have got it. The Resistance would be in a bad way without brave merchants to keep it provisioned. If you're short on anything, or you need something repaired, these are the people to speak to. Oh, Elfino and Alice are here. Why don't we see how they're getting on? Okay, and none of these are for me, so I'm gonna... I'm gonna pick up this one. Bard, Mechanic, Dancer. We'll get a look at this cool mask that we're gonna get. That's awesome. Alright. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants. They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they would be lucky to escape with their lives. It's a gamble, aye, and I admire their courage, but their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. Ah, here you are. I've been looking all over for you. We've finished discussing your proposal, and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent someone to fetch your Stola and Cryle, so if you'd like to follow me... Alright, what say ya? It's probably not yes, huh?
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the Resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rhalgr's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree. But it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Lisa's so
Ishtola and I
happy.
could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Cool.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
What about us?
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you, Lot. Monargo and Mefrid will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
Okay. I like Conrad. He's a pretty cool character. Alright, hey, Alisei. Right then, Monargo and Mefrid are to be our keepers. Knowing not of what they require, one task is as good as the other. Make your choice, Vesper. Alright, is this, better than what we have on? No. Okay. So what we have on is actually better for the time being. Got it. But I still want it for cosmetic purposes. Your Aether Compass may now be used to locate it. I've already started that. Alright, let's talk to Mefrid. At the risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we'd met again here, of all places. Though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, eh? Do we remember? Is he the guy from, where Palace of the Dead was, and he, like, needed healing or something? I think he's from that place. I'm impressed. Given everything that you went on to accomplish, you'd be forgiven for forgetting all about your time in Quarrymill. That's right. Suffice it to say, we didn't forget about you either, nor the lives you saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo while Galleon was recovering. Gundobald was my former commander and an old friend, and I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Alamigo, and others went to Ul'dah for work. But as you can see, I chose to come back to Garabania and join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east into the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Alagana. Alagana? If you're going there, you're taking me with you. Ah, that's right. You're from Alagana, aren't you, Lise? By all means, we'd welcome the company. There'll be more to it than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnel to the peaks. Alright, and Minago, what do you have for us? Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions again for patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life. I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good me claiming my duties here couldn't wait, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. It's alright. And thank you. Now, to business. Commander Kemps entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort. 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well, I shall join you in this. General Aldine commands the forces at Castor Morians. It should be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great, that's just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading out of the Reach. We've got 2 ones that we could do. They're both this way. Alright. Bum, bum. I think let's go to the peaks first. Over here, Mefrid. This tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission for Conrad to Alagana. Clear the barricade, if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There are more villages there than out here, but also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully. Alright. Let's go to the peaks.
I remember the peaks of Girabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity, who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
Here we come, through the wall. Alright, hey, Mefrid. We have a glamour in place here too, as you may have noticed. So far as the Imperials are concerned, there is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The villages to the east, keep watch for the patrols as we move. Right. Real question. Aether nearby. To the east, straight to the east. Right? Right this way, huh? Where would it be? We close? Northeast. Up this way. Aha! Up there. How do I get up there? Around the corner, I think. Get on here. The last forest. Chocobo. This snow music is really getting to me. There. Good. It came back on. Okay. Is there another one close by, though? No. Way to the south. Look at that, ziggurat there. Okay, Mefrid. Nary an Imperial in sight. That's a mercy. Elegana's due east, past that bridge. Follow me, it's not much further. You know who's missing from all this? Wing sauce. Alright, wing sauce, let's go. Butterflies! Plutorini. Interesting. More to the south. Zones are huge, by the way, too. What a giant grasshopper. Oh, gross. Chapuli. No! Don't. I'm just passing through. Just a demon girl passing through. Oh, another Chapuli. Make our way through these lavender fields. They're really pretty. I wish it were a little bit, there we go, brighter, I was gonna say. Wish it were brighter out, like daytime. Go fair skies. Alright, we've got an Aether and a Chocobo Keep to talk to. Let's first talk to Mefrid. You can rest easy, we made it. This is Elegana. It feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be. Oh, sorry. That has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do, but as I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Elegana lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the Resistance, and rightfully so. So with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech to the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss on the Viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope there are still some brave men and women here willing to fight. Right? Okay, and that's where we'll pick up the quest, but I'm going to grab this Chocobo Key. No, I don't want a porter. And I'm going to grab the Aetherite. Take a look at who's around here. Alright, grab the Aetherite. And I think that is going to be where we end the episode for today. We've got some things that we're going to do next episode. We'll just continue the main story quest. We'll do this one as far as we can, and we also have the other half of this where we talk to Minago and lead her home. So guys, I want to thank you so much for all of your support on this series. if you do want to see more of the Final Fantasy XIV online Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, what's this guy doing? I'll see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.